Before the main video starts, I just want to say, wow. It's been less than 10 months. I'm filming this voiceover on the 13th, so day 2. Day 2 of making this video, that is. And this channel is 16 days away from being around, from being 10 months old. 16 days. And look how much I've been able to create within that space of time. Quite a lot of the videos are just photos though. I'd say around about 100 to 200 of the videos could just be photos, give or take. Sometimes I'd take breaks and it'd just be photos of me shrugging for the most part. Those aren't solid, high quality, meaningful videos, but that is a part of the journey. Sometimes we do need to take breaks. And some of them are literally just photos of meals that I had from day to day, back when I was in the process of making a meal tracking series, which I no longer run. I used to call it MT, as in meal tracking. I don't run that anymore. That has now turned from MT to WHR TEDS, Weekly Health Review, the eating and drinking section. TEDS, TEDS, whatever you want to call it, it's fine. I've come a far way though, in this less than 10 months. Oh yeah. I'd like to talk about subscriber count because it's on the mind. I've just thought that, yeah, I could pretend that it's not even there. Yes, I can, by not saying anything about it. But it is on the mind, so I will. I was thinking of saying shout out to all of the accounts, not necessarily people, it could be bots, that have clicked the subscribe button for whatever reason. I don't know why I was thinking of saying that, because these are the same people that would not give a shit about that don't give a shit about my health and safety, let alone me as an individual, what I want to do long term. The same people that call me bro, even though we're not family or nothing like family. These are the same people that are doing that. That's both people / accounts who both have and haven't clicked the subscribe button. We are not family. I'm not your brother. Short and sweet, straight up. I've been thinking of making a video for that, about that for like maybe a month or so now. If I really feel the need to, I will. If I don't, I won't. I'll just leave it at that. I could finish this off by talking about 2 things. A comment that I've seen on YouTube, and also talk about where my mind's at, view count wise and subscriber wise. I personally like the lack of visibility. The videos, there aren't many people watching the videos. It's predominantly me, and I really like that a lot, because it means that I can just work on what I'm doing in silence. From time to time I think, should I have said that? I might question what I've said in the past. But that's a part of the journey. I personally think that if I were to be seen by many people right now, I wouldn't be able to handle it. It'd be too much too fast. And it seems like someone who went under the name of Life XP got too much visibility too fast. And maybe he personally couldn't handle it, so he made, at one stage, all of the videos that he uploaded publicly private. Or maybe even deleted some of them. I don't want this channel to end up like that. From day one, I've been saying that this is a long-term channel. That's what I call it. By that I mean I just keep on making videos and allow them to benefit me in the long run, rather than being quote-unquote rewarded with views, with the channel, not me getting views, but with the channel having more views on each of its videos, and the subscriber count just going higher and higher, up and up. Those people, for the most part, who do click the subscriber button aren't going to care if the channel that you're making videos on is quote-unquote growing too fast. They don't give a shit. And those would be the same people that say, "Oh, great video, bro," as if you're family. These people are not friends. They aren't anything like family. Just like how they wouldn't give a shit if you're down. I don't think they give a shit when you're up either. It'd just be them watching a video or two every now and then, if they consider the subscriber count of the channel to be high and the view count to be high, like 6 figures per video or something. But if the visibility, if the channel gets less views, if less people watch, there you go, that's a appropriate wording. If less people watch, it's not going to matter to them. Like how it might matter to you as the person that's making the videos on the channel. And that's fair enough, because they aren't the ones that have put in the effort to make the videos, to edit the videos. They aren't the ones getting the clips together. They aren't the ones knowing which sort of editing programs to use. They aren't the ones looking out for you to get the highest quality of gear for you to make the highest sort of quality videos that you can. They aren't doing that for you. They aren't going to look out for you. It's not their job. It's not their responsibility to. And rather ironically, these are the same people that be calling you bro in the comment section. They aren't going to look out for you like how I'd imagine a brother would. I would know though, because I don't have one personally. I think this subscriber count increase from 15 to 45 over a couple of months in the short term has in fact been a downside rather than a positive. I say this because I found myself wanting to censor what I'd say, because there'd be a sign of more people watching through the increased subscriber count. And I'd be thinking, well, I don't need everyone knowing what's on my mind on the internet, or knowing everything that's going on in my life on the internet. So I certainly have been more cautious, and less free with what I say because of that. But I don't think it's been like I've censored myself to a level that I don't want to. I think I've been alright. What I've wanted to speak about on the channel, I've wanted to speak about is just that I have become more cautious about what I say, slightly more, yeah. Even though I do still tell the truth. Sometimes I might misinform on accident, or sometimes I just purposefully won't say a thing here or there. So I still think I'm building my foundation on rocks, on honesty, integrity, and true growth rather than sand, lies, deceit, and fake growth. That could even mean buying subscribers, for example, for some people. Imagine that. I can't say I've ever really heard someone talk about a subscriber count increase, or what some people like Sunny V2 might say, subscriber growth or channel growth. The only person on YouTube that I've heard speak about something similar to this, visibility I'm talking about, in a similar way that I have right now, is, I forgot his name, but it was the guy who made the subtle art of not giving a fuck. I've forgotten his name, but I will find out. He also has videos on YouTube, and I'm talking about the video he made called The Unexpected Price of Success. Here's a thumbnail for what I'm talking about, yeah. I thought his name was Mark Manson, but I was a bit unsure. I thought it was Charlie Manson. I was getting Charles Manson and Mark Manson confused. I was getting the names confused. But yeah, it is Mark Manson for sure, as you can see. Or as you could see, sorry. This screen has been up for a while now. Let's talk about it. I've put it up as it was a part of the title of the Mark Manson video that I showed. So many, I hear, it is common for people to want to achieve quote-unquote success, or quote-unquote be successful with YouTube or just their career. So I've put this screen up to actually define what success means. So the definition of success isn't vague between one another when we are to think about this, if people were wanting to discuss this in the comment section of this video. I personally believe that the most appropriate definition to define success in this context is the first one: the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. An aim or a purpose. What I'm getting at is this: that aim or that purpose isn't necessarily beneficial. People who make videos on YouTube might say that they want 1 million subscribers. Not their channel, but them. They want 1 million subscribers. Okay, when they get that, then what? So many, potentially thousands of comments per video. Eyesight gone, maybe. Eyesight decline. So many hours on the screens. Potentially not going outside much. Might not want to be recognised on the street, but it's happening anyway because they were so adamant on getting the same. But what are the odds that at least some people who do have an account that has 1 million, that 1 million have clicked the subscribe button to, have that reality check, which consists of 2 words: what now? And also the reality check in terms of where they'd be in their life, things for the most part will probably just stay the same, even though they might think that that's not the case. I might be wrong here. I can't say from experience. But that rush of getting millions of people viewing a video, so many videos in fact, that might be a high that they might not be able to handle at that time that it happens. But they were so adamant on reaching that goal, even though they are successful in reaching that goal hasn't taken their health, their state of mind, and every other sort of health that there is out there that you could think of into account. Even though they'd be successful in their aim, that doesn't sound like success to me. I value my health, and even at this point, after making 1,000 videos and the subscriber count being 45 on this channel, I'd argue that I actually could have achieved more success in this point in time than people who have accounts which 1 million people click the subscribe button to. And here's why. I know damn well that I haven't done anything that is significantly against my moral code and my integrity to get to where I am today. I might not say it from day to day, but I realize that my life isn't just the internet. It isn't just what you see on screens. It's a lot more than that. And I realize that this social media thing, people wanting to quote unquote become successful in this way, have more money, have more cars, more houses, the materialistic thing, that's not necessarily going to create a fulfilling life. That could, like how Notch found out, mean that you end up more isolated than ever. That said though, he got billions, apparently, not millions of subscribers on the channel that he'd be making videos for. I'm not even sure if he's made a channel on YouTube, but I think you get the point. This wanting materialistic possessions so much in such large amounts might not actually be healthy. However, it's so common to think that is growth. More visibility equals success on this platform, basically. Not necessarily honesty, because that isn't necessarily entertaining. So, for people who want to make videos similar to how I make videos on YouTube over here on this channel, you might have to pick. Do you choose the honest path with no clickbait or enticing titles because you think that goes against your moral code? Or do you set the foundations by doing such things in pursuit of more money and set up the foundations for going even further against your moral code for more money? I don't think you can have both. It's either one of the two, and as people, we'd have to pick one. I know which one I've picked. I'm not a greedy individual. I'm not greedy. This channel doesn't need to have 1 million subscribers. It doesn't need to even have 1,000 subscribers. But that said, from time to time I have thought, I know that this is what I want. I don't want more visibility. And I've got visibility is significantly declined. The videos are getting a lot less views than they once were. Or a lot less people are viewing the videos than in the recent past. And this is what I've wanted. But as in my head, I have also thought, the subscriber count's not even increasing by one. It's not increasing by one. I have thought that, and here's what I have to say in response to that. I'm not entitled to that, number one. Number two, excuse you, this is what you wanted. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't, you say, oh, you don't want many people to be watching the videos. Okay, that's happening, and that's indicated by the fact that the subscriber count hasn't increased. But then you're complaining about that? I'm complaining about that. What sense does that make? I can't have my cake and eat it too. Just in time, if people want to watch the videos, they will, and if they don't, they won't. I'll tell you one thing though. I'd like to imagine that people are watching because they truthfully want to watch, not because I've told them to hit like and subscribe at the start, or maybe even the end or throughout the middle of every fucking video. I don't want to do that. I'm thinking of one person in particular who I can think of that does this off the top of my head, but I'm not going to say their YouTube name because I like the videos that they make. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, it is very prominent, and I think everyone who watches YouTube knows that. You know the sorts of subscribe buttons that come up on the video, like they show up subscribe, then there's a mouse that left clicks the subscribe button, and then it turns grey, and then the notification bells hit. I'm not doing that. I said from day one that I'm not playing that game. And I absolutely intend to stick to that. Cheers to maintaining my integrity. Let's go. Before I end this video, I'd like to talk about failure. To mention this one main point that I have on my mind. I have learned a lot more in pursuit of success in the form of achieving new calisthenics moves like the L-sit by basically lifting my feet up and seemingly not getting anywhere. I've learned more about the double unders in pursuit of achieving them when there was a lack of success in the form of not being able to do it than I have done after being able to do it. And this is, I think, something that Mark Manson was saying sometime during the video, that he likes being a failure. I remember him saying that, but he might not have said that word for word. And I can absolutely understand why now. I screenshotted this because I typed up success. So I just thought, why not type up failure? I'd like to thank myself for doing that impulsively and acting on that thought, because I've now come to this conclusion. Failure in pursuit of success might actually be a lot more beneficial than success achieving the aim itself. Because past that point, then what? You have to move on to something different. I didn't think about success in this way until now, but I really believe it. I believe that failure actually, with the definition that you can see for number one, lack of success, and with the help of the other definition that I've shown, the success definition that I spoke about, the accomplishment of an aim or purpose, combine these two together, and I really do think that lack of success is actually more beneficial to me than success is itself long term, because I've seemed to learn more from lack of success than I have from success. I'll end that video there. I'll end the video there. Some people might think that this channel is a failure because it's not visible in this YouTube platform. On this platform, visibility is success, not necessarily being honest, being truthful, taking your health into account, your eyesight into account, like everything. Just progressing in the way that you truthfully want to progress, making videos that you truthfully want to make videos about isn't necessarily successful, but just doing anything for visibility, regardless of how that tarnishes your reputation, both short-term and long-term, is. I personally don't agree with that. And because of that, that has meant that I haven't been seeing a subscriber increase short-term, and I haven't seen views on each video increase short-term. They've actually declined, significantly dropped from maybe about 100 views a day to about less than around 10 a day. Yeah. And those views will probably be all from me. I don't mind that though, long term, because I know what comes with it. Progressing in my life in the way that I truthfully want to progress, making videos that I truthfully want to make videos about, that's what comes with this lack of visibility and, in a sense, a lack of success to some, in some people's eyes, as they define visibility, or what Sunny B2 might call relevancy, success. If you have to do things against your moral code, your integrity to get there, I personally don't think that's success. I think that's failure, and a sort of failure that I don't want to have. I experience failure by learning new things. That is the sort of failure that I want to have, rather than the sort of failure in which you go against your moral code, your integrity, just for some visibility that would come and go anyway. It's not worth it, man. And I feel happy that I figured that out from day one, or from very early at least. It's not worth it. I'll leave it there. I'm feeling very thirsty. I'm feeling hungry. It's 12:35 and I still haven't had anything to eat. I'm still sitting on my bed. It's about time that I get a move on with the rest of my day. So I'm going to leave it at that. And if I do have more thoughts that I want to make related to the video, then I will. I thought that making 1,000 videos would be an absolutely big deal, and I feel very happy about it. In reality, not as happy as I thought I'd feel from achieving this at face value, from making 1,000 videos directly, excluding what I've learnt from it, outside of just having a 1,000 video account. Is it actually wasn't all that. But I now know in the future that if I was setting a video account aim to get to 10,000, I probably would just think exactly the same way, or maybe a similar way. Or maybe I might look back at pride if I'm looking at the video account and I'm seeing 10,000. I don't know. I just have to find out. But I know not to think about to set video account goals from this experience. It's not worth it. In reality, what's happened is the channel video account has just been getting there, and I'd be thinking, I wonder something along the lines of, I wonder how happy I'd feel after making the 1,000 videos, or I'd be looking at it like, wow, I've almost made 1,000 videos, but now that I've got here, it's like, okay, now what? Yeah, I know not to really think about video account as much as I once was. I know that that does not take my eyesight into account. And therefore all forms of my health into account. Because I'm making the videos I want to make, my physical health, my mental health is at an all-time high, excluding the bunions. I'm at a much healthier state. But my eyesight, I want to keep my eyesight. And making 10 videos a day is just going to ruin it, completely ruin it. But I now know that, so I don't think I'll ever do that again. I don't think I'd make 10,000 videos in the space of 5 years' time, but that's okay, because in exchange, I'd have to live in a very unhealthy way and irreversibly destroy my eyesight. I'm not losing my eyesight for this channel. But anyway, I'm done. Let's see what I get up to. Let's see what I think when I've made 2,000 videos for this channel. It might be a similar thing, I suspect. Video count wise, I don't think I probably wouldn't feel happy from the video count itself, but just what I would have learned from getting there would probably be the things that I feel happy about rather than the video count itself. But anyway, I'm done. Je suis finito. I've made many videos, I've progressed a lot, I've worked through a lot, and I now have a clearer idea of how much I can work through from making 1,000 videos. In the space of 10 months, I can get through a lot, and I think by then I'd be a lot more stable. I'd have a job in a place that I'd like to imagine in the space of 10 months, even if that means that I'm not in a place that I'd want to work at initially, because of finding out that the environment isn't as helpful as I thought it'd be, for example. Yeah, or something along those lines. Yeah. What else? I'd have different clothes, flat shoes, rather than the ones that cramp my feet. Just very generally, my financial situation, my job situation, my fulfillment, I'd just be at a much higher level compared to where I'm at now after another 10 months for sure. And who knows, I might actually be making my preparations to move out and not live with my parents ever again by that time. Who knows? I might have the golf that I was thinking of getting that I want. Who knows? Or maybe it might be a different one, depending on what I want to do. I'm thinking of getting a Mini. I might actually get a Mini, I don't know. But depending on what car I get, I'm not going to say. I purposefully won't say, because that's just too much information. However, I'll end it there. I'll get far, especially with this new thing that I've discovered. I've learned a lot more in the pursuit of achieving an aim rather than actually achieving the aim. In other words, that's my way of saying I've learned a lot more from the journey than getting to the destination.